is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Reverend Vivian. And Reverend Vivian has a question about meditation, and her question is this. Reverend Vivian says that she has encountered articles lately talking about the dangers of too much meditation, that it can cause people to bring up too many issues at once and not be able to deal with these. And she would like my opinion of how much meditation is too much meditation for someone who's not accustomed to meditation. And my answer to this is first that there are two different kinds of meditation. There is meditation that is just kind of being still with the universe and connecting to your higher self and to deity. And then there is focused or guided meditation that is intended to address specific issues. And these are both meditation, but they are somewhat different. I think that the articles that Reverend Vivian is talking about are addressing the second kind that I have referred to. Having said that, the answer is still the same for both. The point at which you're doing too much meditation is the point at which it is no longer comfortable. If you're feeling uncomfortable with what you're doing, if you're feeling that it's pushing you too hard, if you're feeling that it's bringing up things that you're not ready to deal with, well, then you're doing too much. And you should take some time and step back. Doesn't mean you should stop. It doesn't mean that you should never touch it again. It doesn't mean that you should change your path. It means you should step back for a while and then come back to it later when you're ready to go a little farther. It's important to remember that the metaphysical path is not a race. There is not a time limit, and it doesn't really matter how quickly you do things. Rather, it matters how effective those things are for you. So, if you're finding certain things are too challenging, well, then, take a little while to rest and then come back to them. One of the best things that ever happened to me in my training is when I started third degree. I found that many of the third degree teachings were beyond my grasp. They were dealing with things like multidimensionality and probabilities and other things that were a bit much for my mind. But Lady Crystal, who was teaching me, said, well, let's not worry about that right now. Let's come back to that later. And she waited about 6 months before she reintroduced these topics. And amazingly, 6 months later, I had no difficulty understanding them. My consciousness had expanded in the meantime without my ever looking at them again, and I actually found them quite easy to grasp. So my advice is, if you're feeling pushed by your meditation schedule, take a break from it, come back to it later. Give yourself some time to breathe, some time to relax, some time to rejuvenate. And then when you come back to it, you may find that what was giving you difficulty may be very easy. And that would be my suggestion. So again, how much is too much? Well, when you feel uncomfortable, you're probably doing too much. So those would be my thoughts on the matter. I hope you find them helpful, and until next time, may you blessed be.